Hello and welcome to S.W.I.M. Our new show is going live here in London, Ontario. I am Ann Marie Ricketts. I'm here with my host, Tandy. Introduce yourself.
And I am Tandy Van Wolven. I'm excited to be here with you and connect and share what I've learned over the years.
I'm here just to talk about our agency called S.W.I.M, Single Women in Motherhood Training Program. We are here to support single moms all over the world. The job they have is so important. So we are live at Apex Radio, teamblackdream.com. Check us out anytime. Feel free to contact, get involved. Let's connect. Let's do this together as a team member. Reaching out to all of you. I'm into, supporting moms. Again, as I said, taking it, and being real with it. Single moms, they are so special. They have a lot of hidden skills. And our goal and our purpose is basically to bring out those secret skills so you could tap into who you're supposed to be, powerful and great. Right, Tandy?
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit about you, Tandy. Tell everybody what you do, what you're into.
Well, single mom, first and foremost, but a certified yoga instructor and a health coach. So I always like to take the perspective of self-care. Self-care is something that's so vital to all of us. And if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of our families.
Yo, that's something I really admired about you. For years, you've always been talking about the self-care. I got a taste of yoga the other day. I know you've always been inviting me out, but my God, you start so early in the morning. I can't do it that early. But yeah, yoga is really interesting because you can tap into yourself. Tell me a little bit more.
It's not only yoga on the mat. Yoga principles can be practiced throughout life. It's how we treat ourselves, how we talk about ourselves, how we think about ourselves. And that can be taken to the families, to our kids. We model for them, so we have to display all these things in a positive way.
That just, really connect with what I do. What I love to do is, the coaching piece of it. Having the healthy mindset piece, along with some coaching values. We all coach each other, right, Tandy?
Mm-hmm.
Constantly, we don't know that we're doing it, but every day we're coaching each other with your friends, with your family. That's what S.W.I.M is all about. Basically, having groups, having let's talk about it, where women get together and they share their stories all the time. And what I find really interested in that program is how moms can share some of their skills. And, I find they're exchanging information. When they exchange the information, you're going through something similar to what they did, and someone say, have you tried over there? And have you checked out this? And a mom will say, yeah, really? That really works. And, it just opens her horizon. It opens the opportunity for the problem or the challenges in their life not to be so overwhelming and so big.
Yeah, definitely. I found that myself with joining the S.W.I.M program with my son at a young age. I felt very alone, and S.W.I.M helped me feel that I was part of something, and I could depend on all the resources available to me.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, and this is the end result. You're successful. You got your own business going on. You're working for a big company. What more? This is what we're all about. Women, ladies, everyone out there listening, we're all about seeing the growth and the success where a person can just look within themselves and keep it moving. Just keep it moving no matter how things get rough. Hey, listen to our name, S.W.I.M. Isn't that amazing, just swimming through life? Because that's what it's all about. Keeping your head above water is the basic tool and ingredient for you to be able to know that tomorrow's a better day. Right?
Mm-hmm. Keeping it real.
So we're going to start off with some parenting tip right now. So you want to give me your tip first?
How about encouraging your child to try something new?
Hey.
Model it, sometimes nutrition, or in activities, surprise your child, show them you can do maybe a cartwheel. Join in, have fun.
Man, if I go down and cartwheel, I won't be getting up right about now. You know how that is after you start, going up in style. I don't look at it as getting old. I'm talking about going up in style, that healthy time of your life where you go down and can't get up. I think I better get involved and get back into some exercise.
Well, you got to keep up with your little one.
That's true. Here's the other tip that I think about all the time. Set aside time daily for you and your child, Run through the sprinkler, take out a sheet. Hey, we haven't done this for a long time. I don't know if when you were young, if you used to lie down outside and look at the stars, but if you haven't tried it, now is the time. Just keep it moving and making some time with each other.
Yeah, it's always really important to remember how it feels.
Yeah.
It's all about the experience. The kids don't remember details. They remember how they felt during that experience.
That's so true. That's so true. Here's another one. What about shape and balance?
With structure and downtime. So balancing between structure and downtime.
I wonder what that looks like. Balancing, having some good time, making a balance. You're busy as a mom, working 24/7. Getting some balancing going on, getting some structure going on. Keep you healthy. It keeps you strong.
And creative.
There you go. Talk about creativity. Wow.
And remember, kids feed off us. So depending on our level of stress, the kids might feel that as well. So always get yourself in check. Goes back to my point of taking care of ourselves and doing self-care on a daily basis.
Hey, give us some, little tips of simple things a mom can do in her busy day. Like anything, just share with us. Like I'm so eager to learn, and I'm looking at new times, new ways, new things, because we're always learning. Like, tell me something that we could do.
Any moment you can take throughout the day to pause and listen to your breath. So maybe even when your child is screaming or having a little bit of an issue, you could just sit back and listen to your breath and tune them out and take a moment.
And we know that's often, eh? Can you imagine every time that I'm going to try this? I have a little two-year-old, 6 months old, precious little princess that thinks she's like 29. Or 49, the way she talks to me all the time. And when she starts screaming and I have to look at her, I think my new technique is going to be that deep breath. Yep. I think if you constantly do the things that makes you grounded, they will pick up on it. I think
Absolutely.
That's a new tip I'm going to try myself.
I like it.
Oh, wow. What else is there we could talk about? This is the most important part of our tips for you today. Remember, you deserve a yummy, wonderful summer too. We're always constantly focusing on the children and focusing on the partners or focusing on a family member, and yet still so busy, sometimes we don't even take time for ourselves.
From the minute our feet hit the floor in the morning,
right back to bed at night, you're busy doing something for someone else. Hey, you know what? It's time we get up and put us first. Single moms, y'all deserve that. You need it. You deserve it. You are so over the top deserving of finding that time for you. So I'm talking about our social media. Hit us up anytime, every time on our Facebook. We are at www.singlewomeninmotherhoodtrainingprogram.com. Hit us up on Facebook, search us out. We always have something good going on. We are all about taking care of the mothers so they can take care of the children. We could be reached at Apex Radio #1 at gmail.com. Again, that's apexradio1 at gmail.com. People, hit us up. Let us hear your voice. Talk to us. We love to talk. Don't we, Tandy? So, what's next on the agenda? What's on my mind? So we want to talk a little bit of what's on our mind. What's on my mind today? Then I'm going to pass it over to hear what's on Tandy's mind. Right now, we are looking at so many things. So many things. I am here to talk today about perspective of entrepreneurial. It's a big thing for me. Because all my life, I've always been, as a mom, as a single mom myself, basically, fighting with that time, not having enough time in the day, not having enough time to do this. Then you find yourself doing 2 jobs, running around, taking care of the kids, taking care of the home, and just not having enough time, going to this activity, going to that activities. And with the way the world is going right now and the way things are flowing right now, one of the biggest things that's on the rise, Tandy, the last time I checked it out, everybody's looking for an opportunity to be an entrepreneur. When I talk to our moms that come out to our groups or, that contact with the agency, one of the things I always talk about is, what's your hidden skill? What are you good at? How can we discover who you really are? So we talk about, finding that love of your life, that passion, like how you found, yoga. It's like you found your passion, you found your love, which gave you some freedom to be you, right?
Freedom in many senses of the word, for sure. Which, brings me to what's on my mind. You're talking about a busy day and always having such a busy schedule. How about beginning your day with a positive affirmation?
Hey, here we go.
A simple affirmation can be a very powerful statement that helps strengthen the connection between your unconscious mind and your conscious mind.
Hey, that's so true, sometimes when you get up in the morning, and you get up and you're just, oh my gosh, I don't want to get out of bed another day. And you
start
don't
being
know.
Negative.
Oh my gosh, you don't know how much that follows you throughout the day. Mm-hmm.
It shapes your day.
It's so true. It's so true.
So why not set your day up in a positive way? Before your feet hit the floor in the morning, before you get out of bed, think of your desires and connect with your affirmations for the day.
Hey, you know what? I know for a fact that works for me. I get up, if I'm not listening to something positive online, just to motivate me, or I do my little reading in the morning. And you know what? My affirmation, they say, I know for a fact, I've tried it over and over again by getting up and not doing anything. And you do see how your day turn out. Sometimes it becomes like a little struggle, like, what a day. You go home, you're burnt out, you feel exhausted, like you haven't had your vitamin for the day. So when you take the time to just look into yourself, breathe with yourself, as you said earlier, right? Breathing is one of the big piece of it, right?
Absolutely.
Just being able to just sit down. So I'm talking about entrepreneurial. When you have your desire and your purpose in life to come to the full front and be able to live your life doing what you love. There's no more rewarding work than that. And when you're an entrepreneur, you set your own time, you do your own thing, you know, you are just on a different level. You get so happy within yourself. It starts to explode on others because you have something no one can ever take from you because this is born within, right? So that's what we call the secret hidden talent. You gotta search for that, ask for that. We talk about your that third voice. Sometimes it speaks to you and you want to be able to talk back to it. But sometimes listen to your intuition, right? We talk about intuition. Mm-hmm. How much sometimes the things that we already know,
or that gut feeling,
that comes and say, you know what? Try this, try that. So, there's so many things you can do as, you can become a cook. I was listening to this talk the other day about, a woman that had kids and she was on the system and all the people in the neighborhood. And she kept asking, that inner person, that God within, like, what am I good at? What can I do? And she kept searching and seeking. And I heard, when I'm listening to this person talk and telling the story of this woman, and when the inner voice told her, you are a professional babysitter. You're a professional childcare. And she got up and she listened to that voice. And man, she took the leap. The leap was so strong. She went around and talked to all her friends and people in the neighborhood saying, bring your kids, I'll take care of them. She started her own business because she was so good at that. And from there, the government or someone in power recognized it and, certified her. And when you hear the story and how she helped so many people off the system, that's when you go, wow. A simple thing like that. We do things every day. We just haven't really stopped to take a look at, what am I good at? How can I get there? Right?
Tell us how you found S.W.I.M.
Oh my gosh, how did I find S.W.I.M? Again, it was that gut feeling of just feeling, you know what? I remember the time when it was one winter in 2001 when, I came home from work that day and I had just bought a new vehicle, a van, and I was getting ready. I was cleaning out the vehicle, to take out all the old stuff out of the car, getting ready for the new vehicle. And I remember going outside that night and slip on that ice and fell and, crushed a bone in my hand, not break, There's a difference when you break it or when you crush it. Because of the crush, we had to go through 2 surgeries. And I'm telling you, girl, I worked so hard to get up off the system myself. I was doing my own thing, had my little business going and working at the Brick, which is a furniture company here in Canada, just in case you're wondering. And I was devastated. I went right back on my back. I landed on my back for 6 months with the fixator in my hand. They had to piece back the bones with all these metal. And then they had to go back in to take it out. So that's 2 surgeries. And all the money that I had saved up in that little bit of time just went right through the window. So I was really cheesed. But was I mad with myself? You question yourself. What could I have done to prevent this? What could have happened? And bam, I remember watching this TV program one night with this man, handsome, gorgeous, tall, beautiful man on TV. And all I remember him saying is, in crisis, in Chinese version for crisis, Chinese version for crisis is opportunity Oh man, my brain is not working today. I never forget it, and I'm forgetting it now. Go figure, you know? So, anyways, I turned that situation into an opportunity. Oh, I remember now. In Chinese version for crisis is opportunity or danger. What are you going to turn your crisis into today? Those were the words. And I remember jumping up off my bed, jumping on my knees and saying, okay, Lord, show me what to do. What's my purpose here? And little after that, just watching this award show where you had to be the first Black African American to receive this particular award, I thought, you know what? Half of those people probably came from single mothers' home. You know, single moms deserve that. And I said, watch, I'm going to start my own award show. And from there, I had my second surgery and I went into the doctor and I said, hey, doc, don't let me die. I have something important to talk to you about. Hours later, I was woken up. He goes, hey, Ann Marie, wake up. You're not dead. I want to know what's so important. So I went in. I told him my idea. And man, he jumped on board just like that. I said, I want to do things for single mom. And he did not hesitate. You know what, Tandy? He actually registered, paid for the registration to get it started. And I said, hold on, don't give me your money yet. Let me check it out and see what we need.
Yeah.
And I checked, I did my research, and bam, you know, I came back and I said it costs this amount of money for the registration and plus the name search. You know, I took the least expensive one. You know, I had to be part of it, but I didn't have that much money. So I paid for the, you know, search myself. So that's how we got started. He gave us a room at the hospital and started putting out that flyer, library, at the grocery store, and with a little pager, a little cell phone back then. And it just started to grow just like that. And people started reading and hearing and going. 16 years now. 16 years, and we're still going strong.
I was introduced to the program when it was in that small room about 14 years ago.
Yes. Time has fly. Time has really flown. And here we are again today. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy to be part of this with you and knowing that we're hosting together. Because we want to reach out to other single moms to say, hey.
And empower them.
We are here for you.
Absolutely.
If we did it, you can do it too. You know, we will be actually reaching out to a lot of moms that's in the community that's doing it, you know, because we want you to know you could do it too, you know. And when you're doing it, we want to be here cheering you on to say, yeah, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time to shine. It's my time to grow, you know. But Tandy, gosh, I feel like I've just been talking. You get so into the talking. Just tell me a little bit more about the wellness, because I'm telling you, girl, it's time that I take it on. I want to start to grow and to, you know, get really healthy and focus on, you know, doing me. This is a year of doing me.
Wellness is such a big umbrella. So, I mean, there are many facets, but exercise, sleep, and nutrition are three that I really, really like to focus on. Exercise can be 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes. And with the beautiful weather right now, why not get outside and take your kids for a bike ride, a walk? Just be part of nature.
Yeah. I've been doing the walk a lot this year. I've been walking. And you know what? It's just nice to even walk in the neighborhood, you know, just looking at the gardening and how people are treating their, you know, lawn. And
yeah, London's good for that. There's a lot of gardens and there are a lot of bike paths, many bike paths along the Thames River.
Yeah.
A lot of bike maps that are available throughout the city, probably at the libraries and many stores. It's handy to pick them up. The Spectrum usually has lots of ideas as well for exercise.
You hear that, ladies? The Spectrum, the library. There's paths out there. Just stroll, you know?
You know, exercise can't always be fun if you don't get a good night's sleep. So sleep is something so, so important to kids. You know, teenagers even need more sleep, 9, 10 hours, research has shown. Younger kids should have naps with the warm weather. So never depriving ourselves of sleep as well. You know, making sure our days are full, but making sure we're getting full night's sleep as well. And there's lots to do with sleep hygiene. So your environment that you sleep in.
Suppose you have problems sleeping. Like,
Such
man,
as?
there's days when I'm so busy throughout the day, you know, to be honest, sometimes I can't fall asleep. So what
Your
do you
mind's
do?
busy.
My mind, it just won't settle down. So what can I do?
Well, on the topic of breathing,
Ah, that good old word. We're back to it again.
we're back to it. It's
The
simple.
breathing exercise.
So bringing your awareness back to your breath.
Lying
And
down and what? Taking a couple breath.
just
deep
listening
breath,
to it.
in and out.
No intention. Just listen to your breath.
Okay.
Your mind can't focus on your thoughts when you're listening to your breath.
Isn't that hard to do though?
Entertain your mind with your breath. Listen to it.
Yes.
Feel
How do you
it.
do that?
Feel it. Listen to it. We breathe.
Okay.
Breathe with intention.
Okay. So basically what you're saying to me is just, we just have to sit quietly, still, and breathe in and breathe out.
Yeah, feel the inhalation at the tip of the nose. Become aware of the temperature of the breath as it enters your body.
Okay. Wow. Yo, we've just been told we got 35 minutes left, people. We need to step up the game out here. And we're talking about entrepreneurial and wellness in a perspective, positive way. We are talking constantly about empowering women, making
Supporting
sure
women.
that a woman feels supportive. You know what? I do a lot of research myself because, you know, in life we have growth. We don't stop growing. No matter how much you think, yeah, it's time to relax and do the chilling and hang out, you know, but you can't stop growing. So we're always learning, and because I'm always learning, I'm always seeking for things to make me a better person. Because you know, the thing about growing is that the things you learn, you could transfer that to your children because they observe you. As Tandy said earlier, you know, kids watch you. They are always looking and admiring you and, you know, trying to be a mimic of who you are. You know, and I really realized that's what happened. See, I never really mimicked my mom because she was a strict one. But, you know, as I grow and my children, I talk to them and stuff like that, they tell you things like you're saying, yeah, right. If you love me, you wouldn't have given me so much heartache, like getting up in the morning to go to school. You made me, had to beg you for that. But, hey, you know what? They said things I do and, you know, encourage them, right? Encourages them, and you know, they admire that, and it's because of you why they're trying to make this a reality of the things they're doing in their life. So sometimes when you think they're not watching you and you think they're not paying attention,
Oh, they sure are.
hey, I'm telling you, they're watching you so closely. So it's not about the kids. Again, it's all about you as a mother, as a person. I was saying to you earlier that I always look for tips. And one of the tips that I've been getting constantly so I could share with my mom is surround yourself with positive people. Hey,
I like that.
If you can constantly, not that, hey, don't get me wrong, you know what? Tandy, I'm not saying we have awful people around us, but sometimes we really got to check ourselves and saying, you know, who is in our environment? You know, it's like doing a resume check on, you know, looking for a job or looking for the companion that you keep. You know, you do a checkpoint. Do checkpoints. Who is my surrounding? Whether it's family or friends, if they're negative, you know what? Step aside. You know, give them room so they could do their stuff and be negative all the time, right? But you're growing, right? So because you're growing, oh my gosh, you want to continue to grow butt in a healthy way. So how do you do that? So the first thing is surround yourself with really, like-minded people, strong people, happy people. People are going places and doing things, right?
But a lot of the time, it's easier to be negative than it is to be positive.
Hey, that's called your comfort zone.
But it all starts in the mind.
There we go. Hey, I love this girl, man. She's all about the mind. And that's where the changes begin, right?
Yeah, it's true because, there's a saying, you become what you believe.
How many people out there have ever thought of that? That's a good point. You become what you believe.
Begin to listen to your thoughts. How do you talk to yourself? Are you kind to yourself?
True.
Do you speak positively to yourself?
True. Hey, was I upset with me this morning? You know what? I bet you if you really check it out, you're probably mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times throughout the day. Simple thoughts, simple words, simple thinking. Hey, it makes a big difference, eh, Tan?
It does. But every time you become aware of that, it's an opportunity to change that thought pattern.
Oh, so what you're trying to tell me then is that the more you pay attention, the more you listen to that, it becomes a habit. That's it. So that's the next step with growth, right?
Creating good habits.
Becoming, learning new habits and being able to implement it day in, day out. Hey, one of our biggest talk at S.W.I.M is, oh my gosh, I heard this years ago. And I'll tell you why. It's so funny to me every time I think about it. Rest if you must, but don't quit. You know why that is so important to me and why I love that phrase? I don't know who made that phrase up, but I know it stuck with me for years. Rest if you must, but don't quit. Guess what? I remember, looking real fine when I was in my 20s. All right, 18, and I was like on top of the world. I got that body that says, I'm here. And then, as the years go by and you get kind of busy and you don't make that time for yourself and the little tummy start to punch out there and, a little hip start to spread and it's like, you're doing the exercise and you're exercising and you miss a day. And then you continue exercising, you miss 3 days and you just, oh my gosh, I haven't exercised for 3 days. Then you quit. So when I heard that phrase, rest if you must, but don't quit, hey, that stuck with me. So that's something I always share with the girls. Like, hey, don't curse yourself. Don't blame yourself. That's okay. Rest if you must, but don't quit. Keep it moving. Keep it going.
There's a saying about 21 days. 21 consecutive days can create a good habit.
Hey, you know what? I think I'm going to put myself to the test. The 21 days need to come back. I think I'm going to start. You know what?
Maybe that's a challenge we should extend out to everybody listening.
Maybe we should just start it with something simple like, what did you say? Start your morning.
With a positive affirmation.
Get a bunch of affirmation. Hey, you can either create your affirmation or Google it.
Absolutely. Online, you can Google positive affirmations. There are all kinds.
And pick a few that fits you and 21 days. The challenge. 21 days of positive affirmation. That will set the tone for when your negativity kicks in. You could snap it with a finger and go, boop, get out of here. I am beautiful. I'm wonderful. I'm successful. I am on top of the world. I'm rich. And not only say it, the key element to it, you got to feel it from the gut within. Yeah. Isn't that
you
how
gotta
they
believe
say?
It and you got to feel it.
Then you will start to live it. 21 days. I like that. I think I'm going to start with my positive. I know I say I do my reading every morning, but remember I said I miss a day here, miss a day there, and you do see the difference. So I think that's going to be my challenge. What's your challenge going to be?
21 days of eating nutritious food.
Ooh, I'm not ready for that. Heck no, I'm not ready for that at all. I like my chicken and you know what? I love my island food. Ooh,
I love my island food too, but I think 21 days.
Girl, that's too hard. I'm sticking with my simple thing. I'm going to do the affirmation. I could even affirmation some good food in, You could. Oh, yeah. Just getting that good food in. Wow, I'm telling you.
It's open 21 days to manifest whatever you desire. So imagine that manifestation has already become true.
Maybe you know what? Part of my affirmation, I'm going to start saying, for 21 days, I'm sexy and slim. I'm sexy and slim. And maybe
do you believe that, Ann Marie?
Oh, I do.
You're going to have to believe it.
I do. I do, girl. If I didn't before, now that I'm talking to you, I believe it.
Oh, good.
I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to making sure this becomes a reality. And I'll get back to y'all out there and let y'all know how my affirmation is changing my life. Because they say it work. And so many people can't be saying the same thing. And,
report back. Let us know. Keep us in the loop.
I'm going to keep you in the loop. Maybe I should make a note about that because, sometimes you forget these things that you promise yourself. But I'm so glad I have my tool. Rest if you must, but don't quit. Is it okay if I miss a day?
Of course it is.
Does that count for 21 days or do I have to start all over again?
On your 21 days, they should be consecutive days for the purpose of the challenge.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be a challenge. But I believe in change. I believe in growth. I believe we could do anything we put our mind to it.
Absolutely. You become what you believe.
Hey, there's that word again. So, you know what? Let's talk a little bit to our single moms, We were talking earlier. Remember when we were talking about, the days when, some of the kids were doing things and we don't know why. So one of the things that came to me the other day, to be honest, is I was talking to a mom that was talking to her daughter, and the child was going through so much. She started to share with her mom how she really felt, how she felt like she was a loser and nobody loves her, how she had no friend, how hard it is for her to make friends. She's never had a boyfriend, while others were doing things, she put on weight and stuff like that. And the mom always thought, you're just lazy. You need to get up and do things. And she kept saying, but nobody was hearing her, she said. So, the thought while I was listening to this, it just came to me, the pain of a child. Imagine, Tandy, when we are going through things, how things are hard and how we feel as adults. Can you imagine the pain of a child?
Can't imagine. We have no idea what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're experiencing.
And because we are not experts and we're moms and we want the best for our kids, and we need to see that positive growth, what are the things, how do we look for the signs? How do we, pick up on things like that?
In my experience, communication, keeping the communication open with your child is really important.
One of the things, too, as we said earlier, is making some time, spending time with them. And sometimes we have 2-3 kids and we got to split ourselves. But you know how important it is with that one-on-one? Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm not saying people out there are not doing that. And I totally get it, right? And we do spend time. But sometimes we're spending the time, especially in today's world. Are we really spending the time?
Or are we structuring?
Do we put away our phones? Do we shut down outside world and it's all about you and I? That you and I situation. We need to create that you and I. No phones, no friends, no husband, no partner, no nothing. It's just me and you, babes. What do you want to do? How can we spend the time together and even deciding together what to do, getting them involved, not just saying, I'm going to go to the movies this week and, we're going to the movies kind of thing, right? how do we get into that? How do we look for the signs?
I don't know, listening without judgment.
By internalizing it, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Always internalizing things, You know what? A lot of moms, in the end, when things are kind of ups and down with them and the children, I hear this all the time, when moms come into the office, maybe I should have done this, and maybe I shouldn't have did this, or
Possibly I could have.
you see? But the first thing for mom is not to internalize it. We got to learn and find that skills to listen without judgment. Try to listen where they're hearing that you're hearing. They're seeing that you're hearing because you're paying that attention, right?
It's not an easy one to do, is it?
Hey, we don't even listen to ourselves. It's challenging, but you know what? That 21 days of practicing that becomes a reality, right? So it's the practice. These things can, become a reality where it becomes natural,
And that's it. It becomes a part of your lifestyle opposed to doing a certain activity. It becomes natural.
And when things become natural, you know what? It becomes fun. It doesn't become work no more. And that's the thing too, because sometimes when we look at things, it's like, another thing on my plate. Now I got to do this and that. But you know what? When you do something, repetitive, it becomes like, you know what? You look forward to it because you're going into it with a positive mindset. You're going into it with love. One of the things that I've been telling a friend of mine when she's telling me about her husband and stuff, I tell her all the time, push love. And my girlfriend said to me one day, she says to her husband, I love my husband and my husband loves me. And she said, I say that all the time, even when they're arguing, and then you see him come around and he touch her and he brushes against her, and as she keeps saying it, now he's saying, I love my wife and my wife loves me, and they just get along, they just connect. I wonder how that would be to say, I just love my son and my son loves me. Just let that be part of your affirmation. What do you think about that, Andy?
That's a deep one, isn't it?
It's deep, it's real, it's nice, it feels so good. You know what? What's better than love? Huh? What you remember the song? What's love got to do with it? Right? Let's get back on track, Start pushing love. Just keep telling yourself, because the more you do it, the more it becomes a reality. And the next thing you know, the love is in the air, right? It's flowing. It's easy movement. It's happening all the time, right?
Yeah, give yourself permission to be free and fun.
Take care of yourself so you could take care of others. It's like what they say, if the plane is going down and you gotta save, who do you save first, yourself or the child? Most loving moms, as they always do, I gotta save the baby. And then they'll say, no. You got to save you first. And the more you save yourself, then you could look after the little one, right? So it's the same thing in life. You save yourself so you could save your child. Just push love. Hey, we're being signaled here that there's 5 minutes left. And oh my gosh, times fly. I'm telling you, it just went by so quick. It went by so quick, and I had fun. What about you?
Oh, I'm excited to be here with you, Ann Marie.
Oh, she's pushing love. It's working already. I love Tanya, and Tandy loves me. I think everybody should just love me because I love everybody, Again, we're here at Apex Radio, people. Check us out. Look us up online at apexradio1@gmail.com. Check us out. Don't miss us. We got lots of live, wonderful show coming up with great people. Wonderful staff here at Apex Radio. Giving out a shout out to Sabrina for the hard work she does. Look us up at S.W.I.M, Single Women in Motherhood Training Program. Check out S. Don Perignon. His CD is online. wonderful music, upcoming rising artists. People, we love you. And we're pushing love because that's what it's all about. Moms, look at your inner wonderful hidden skills. Let's bring it out to the forefront. Check us out. Hit us up. Call us. Text us. Check us out online. Every Sunday, 5 to 6 p.m. And then the replay is on Saturday, 9 to 10 a.m. on Apex XX Radio by hitting the Use app, and it will take you all to the shows. Remember, hit up the like, follow us, and comment. You can also check us out on www.singlewomeninmotherhood.com. Right there, we're on Facebook at Single Women in Motherhood. You could get our programs, see the things that we're up to. You can send us a message. We're here for the people.
Stay connected. Let us know what you're doing for your 21-day challenge.
Yeah.
Ann Marie, maybe you should post your challenge on the Facebook
now
page.
She's really challenging me. I think I'm going to actually do my 21 challenge. I think that's a challenge I'm going to take up. So, peace out, people. Have a great week in advance. Take some caution. Enjoy the summer. Enjoy the rain. Just enjoy everything because it's all so needed. It's what creates the earth, and that's what creates us. Peace out, love, and see you next time.